A Call to the Unconverted, to Turn and Live. By Richard Baxter.
Although God has no pleasure in your damnation, and therefore calls upon you to return and live, yet he has pleasure in the demonstration of his own justice and the execution of his laws. Therefore, he is fully resolved that if you will not be converted, you will be condemned. If God was so much against the death of the wicked that he were resolved to do all that he can to prevent it, then no one would be condemned, yet Christ tells you that narrow is the way that leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. God is so much opposed to your damnation that he will teach you, warn you, set before you life and death, offer you your choice, and command his ministers to plead with you not to destroy yourselves, but to accept his mercy, and so to leave you without excuse. But if this will not do, and if you still remain unconverted, he declares to you that he is resolved on your damnation, and has commanded us to say to you in his name, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die. Christ has basically guaranteed over and over, with a verily, verily, that unless you are converted and born again, you cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven. Notice that he says, you cannot. It is in vain to hope for it, and in vain to dream that God is willing for it is something that cannot be. You see the meaning of the text that God, the great lawgiver of the world, takes no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but rather that they turn and live, even though he is still resolved that none will live except those who turn. As a judge, he always delights in justice and in manifesting his hatred of sin. Although considered in itself, he does not delight in the misery that sinners have brought upon themselves.